Hello, how are you all today? So in this video, I'm just working on a few painting projects. Let's see. I'm working on some rattan trays that we use to eat on. They're kind of always in the way on top of a freezer that we have, but I want to get them up on the wall, kind of like to display when we're not using them, but I wanted to do something special to them. So I'm painting a check pattern, and flowers will come, but I need to work on that. So I'm not ready for the flowers yet. But so I'm painting those. There's 3 trays. 2 of them are complete. One of them, I'll explain. Um, that one, it's not ready. I don't think I started that off right. And then I also have a little earring jewelry um, holder that I painted a little bit with accents, and then also my paint crate, so that holds all my different paints. So that's what I'm doing in this video, and I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna do a little bit of talking, but for the most part, it's probably just gonna be some music. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so this is the first tray, and it has some sort of varnish on the back, and I thought adding Mod Podge, a layer of Mod Podge first to prep it would be a good idea. I don't know that that was a good idea. This is not a matte Mod Podge, so I don't know if that's the problem or if I just shouldn't have done it altogether. But I don't think it received the paint well. The paint is old, but on this surface, it was a lot more gloppy than on the other trays that I did, which was just an unfinished wood. Um, or I don't know that it was unfinished. I didn't put a Mod Podge layer down first on the other trays. So you're going to see as I go through here, I think this step was a mistake. So that tray, we'll see. They're all a work in progress, but this one is extra special. Okay, now that I got that down, that is the Mod Podge layer, and then also a layer of white. That's drying. I set it aside. Now I'm mixing up. I want to make a green. So I'm using this kind of like a light seafoam green color, some yellow. I think I used some a light gray and then also a white. I really do like this green that I was able to mix. And that's what I'm using on this crate. This is a Christmas crate that somebody gifted us a couple years ago, and it's such a good crate, and it's super handy, and I want to use it to hold my paints in. So on the other side it still has the Christmas sentiment, but on this back side I went ahead and used my ruler. It's about 1.5 inch wide ruler. So I just went with the width of the ruler to make the checks, just to make it easy on myself. But I really like this light sagey green. So that's what I'm using for this project. And it was a good starter. It was, it was fun. So I'm just going to continue on painting these checks. So now that I've got this crate painted, I'm going to mix up some more paint. Now, mind you, I know this, but doing these little projects reinforced that when you mix paint by hand and you eyeball it, you don't have a specific formula, you never get the same color twice. So that's okay, but it is just, I'm glad I knew that and I remembered it quickly so I didn't frustrate myself. But so this color you can see is a little more, I guess has a little more, I don't want to say green, but a little more yellow than the other one. The little one was a little bit, or the other color that I mixed up with the crate has a little bit more blue. This one has a little bit more yellow. So just fair warning, if you've never mixed paint, it's almost impossible to get the same exact color twice. I guess unless you're a trained artist. So here, this is the jewelry holder that I found in one of the rooms that nobody was really using. So I had already mixed the paint, and I was kind of on a roll. I was like, what else can I paint? I want to paint something else. And so I kind of went through the rooms like looking for something to paint, and this is what I found. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint a few accents here, and I end up painting, I guess we'll call them the scallops or the panels of the bowls. Every other one, I tried to offset it, but that didn't end up happening. But I just had a really good time mixing paint and painting. It's been a while. It's been a pretty long time since I had any of my craft items out. So this was just nice. It was a nice change of pace. Okay, so this is another day. I've gone ahead and mixed up another green, actually a couple greens, and I don't know if you can tell from the camera, um, but I've got a couple different greens on this base. So they've already dried, and I am using that same ruler. It's about 1.5 inches wide, to make the checks, again, just to make it easy for myself. Um, so I'm using a pencil, and then I'm just going to go through and mark off with an X all the boxes that I want to paint. So that way it's easy for me to just, go through it. Um, so this green is quite a bit darker, and you're going to see in a little bit I will mix another green for the actually no, I'm sorry. So yes, this base green, and then the green that I'm going to mix for the checks, I think it's a bit more blue. It's very different. It is contrasting. Um, but I like it. I do like it. It's not very subtle, but like I said, this was really fun, and it's a different type of project for me, but I had a good time making it. So to make the green for the checks, I didn't pick up that seafoam green. I used just yellow and blue, the light gray and white. And I think the difference is using this blue instead of the seafoam green from that original light green color that I mixed with the first two projects. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I did go over the checks on the crate with a little bit of a darker green. So, um, yeah, that's a little bit different than it was. But you can see here, this one is very, especially on the screen, to me, it's like very pea green, like the vegetable legume, like sweet peas. So, yes, I went ahead. Let's see, which tray is this? This tray is, so this is the first tray that I did the Mod Podge and the white on. I get this lit green layer down and it's still, I'm not loving it. So I just went ahead and just got this layer on and then I move on to the checks. Okay, so I do need to mix up some more green and I'm going to try to get it as close as I can to what I just did, but again, it comes out different, and that's fine. Okay, so here's the second tray that I'm starting on, and I'm just going through the same process. I really like this flat brush. I think that maybe next time I do checks, I might try a smaller flat brush. Just have a little bit more control in anything that's not straight, like the curves, like in the corners. So we'll see. But so my plan for these is to add some florals, like a bouquet type motif. I need to work on that. It's, yeah, I'm not, it would probably be my second time painting flowers, and I have a lot of work to do to kind of get them to where I would be happy displaying them. I do have a painting that I did a while ago. I need to revisit that painting and go over it and kind of fine tune it a little bit because after learning some things online on YouTube, I see how I can add more depth and dimension to those flowers. So anyways, these are going to sit probably for a while with just the checks on them. as I practice flowers, and then eventually flowers will go on these. So I'm just going to continue on painting these checks, and then I will show you at the end what they look like and where I hung them, so that we can get them up off of that freezer and displayed, but also practical for us to just grab and use whenever we want to use them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you next time.